Hi, so I recommend watching this video before watching this one, because if it's your first time using alight motion or you're not too familiar with it, things may get confusing. The video will go through extreme basic stuff that really needs to be covered more in other tutorials. But if you're ready, let's start with the tutorials on this video. I'm using alight motion without subscriptions and am on an Apple iPad, so phone or Android may differ. I wouldn't know how that one works. Timestamps available if you are looking for anything specific. Sorry if I sound weird, I have 2 ulcers right now. Isn't that insane? So first, I need to address the fact that a lot of people don't know that you can just click the X to say no to subscriptions, because a lot of people are struggling with that. Additionally, when using premium features, you can just click what you want to use, then ignore the membership options button and click try first. This means that when you're going to go export your video, you'll have to watch a maximum of 3 ads to export the video. As in, like, you can use as much effects as you want, but you'll still have to watch 3 ads at the end. So basically, yeah, watching ads unlocks the whole thing. Now open up your alight motion and select whatever ratio you want, or put in your own. I'm going with the basic 4:3. Next, put in the background color by clicking shape, clicking the square. On the right will be some buttons to edit this square. We will change its color by clicking the 3rd button, color and fill, which has the paint bucket symbol. Select your color. After that, using your index finger and thumb, or whatever 2 fingers you have, pinch outwards on the screen to enlarge the square until it's completely covering the previous white background. Now, X off this and go back to shapes. Input another square. Choose its color. I'm gonna go with white. Now click the last button, which is a bunch of arrows, and it says move and transform. We are going to click the 3rd button out of the 4 that have now appeared, and this will change the square's height and width. We are going to turn it into a rectangle. Make sure this button thing, which shows a chain, I guess, I don't know, just make sure it doesn't look like a chain and looks like a rectangle with a line between it, or else you'll end up enlarging the entire shape rather than what we want, which is just the height/width of it. Drag the size to an acceptable rectangle. Make it as big or as small as you want. I usually just make it super long, then make the shape bigger. Now we will tween it. Add a keyframe at the start of the layer. This is the beginning. Now we will put another keyframe at the end of this layer, but it will be taller. We are changing its height. Glide your finger along the height editing thing until you like it. Once that's done, we will now control and loop its bounce. Click the 1st button. Click the button below the diamond, or the plus in it. We will click this to adjust its bounce, which says it's premium, but we will go ahead and use it anyways, because we can watch an ad, like I said earlier, later. To unlock it, click try first. I don't know how some of you are not seeing this button. I swear it's there. What does yours look like if you can't see it? Sorry. You're presented with 4 different modes of bouncing, but we are looking for the 3rd one, which is called cyclic. Yellow bottom button to adjust frequency of bounce, and the top yellow button for the sharpness of bounce. You see this hill? The arch? The sharper it is determines how violently this will bounce. And I don't know much about that white button, so you can ignore it. Okay, we're done. Okay, sorry, you're gonna have to watch the previous tutorial if you have to skip to this one, because this is literally the same tutorial as before, except now, after all that we just did on the previous tutorial, you will click the rectangle and rotate it until it's slanted. Boom. I forgot to record this part of the video, so I'm recording it now. You're gonna have to watch rectangular bopping, the first tutorial in this video, if you skip to here, because this is literally the same tutorial as that one, except now after all that, we will select the shape and click effects. We will click procedural and add stripes. Click standard settings. Count is to adjust how many stripes are on the shape at one time. Let's go for a reasonable amount. Width is to change how wide the stripes are. I'm going to go slim for this one. Angle is the lean of our lines. Phase is us moving the lines left or right, and Now you will choose a color. Can either be your background color or a complementing one. And I'm not too sure what punch out is, and smoothing is how defined your lines are. Now to make these move, we will click phase and make a keyframe at the start. Then we will go make one at the end. This end one you can drag the phase thing, left or right to change the phase. The further you drag it, the more these lines move. The less you drag it, the slower they move. And you're done. Open up your alight motion and select whatever ratio you want, or put in your own. I'm going with the basic 4:3. Next, put in your background color by clicking shape. Clicking the square on the right will be some buttons to edit the square. We will change its color by clicking the third button, color and fill, which has the paint bucket symbol. Yeah. Select your color. You can also just keep it white if you want. After using your index finger and thumb, or whatever two fingers you have, pinch outwards on the screen to enlarge the square until it's completely covering the previous background. Now click Effects. We will click Procedural and add stripes. Click Standard Settings. Count is to adjust how much stripes are on the shape at one time. Let's go for a reasonable amount. Width is to change how wide the stripes are. I'm going to go for slim for this one. Angle is the lean of our lines. I will make this look like Michael Jackson. Get it? Because he leans. That does move. Haha. Phase is us moving the lines left or right. Now choose a color. Can either be your background color or a complementing one, or not. I'm not too sure what punch out is, and smoothing is how defined your lines are. Now to make these move, we will click phase and make a keyframe at the start. Then we will go and make one at the end. This end one, you can drag the thing left or right to change its phase. The further you drag, the more these lines will move. The less you drag it, the slower they'll move. Yeah. If you want, you can add like two rectangles at the top as like, I don't know, borders or something. Yeah. I think I'm gonna end this video here as to keep you guys enticed, and also I feel like it's more attractive of a tutorial if it's shorter, because like, maybe this is just me, but because like it's daunting to see a really long tutorial and you're like, dang, am I even gonna get through this? Anyways, next video I'll run through some more harder ones. They're not really that harder. I'll just run through some more. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and let me know what else you guys need help with. And actually, if you guys have any specific backgrounds or like animation memes you guys want to know how to do, maybe I could do a tutorial for that. Would that be fun? Give me a yes or no in the comments. Thank you.